One of the things that's almost impossible to see when you're in it, but easier to understand when you're out, is just understanding what happened to you, what caused your trauma, whether it's narcissistic abuse or a certain kind of relationship dynamic. Just understanding it on a mental level, that's a huge step, but it's not the healing. If I could go back in time, I would tell recovering me who was recovering from narcissistic abuse, that you don't need to watch another video. You actually need to come back into your body. Healing starts when pleasure returns. Healing starts when pleasure returns. And I'm not talking about like fast, quick hits of pleasure, like really sugary snacks or, trying to force yourself into a state of enjoyment, but really like slow, conscious, luxurious, it feels so luscious pleasure. That's when you know you're healing, when you're able to actually receive from something as simple as the feeling of the wind on your skin, or the way that the sun is setting in an afternoon. And this is one of the things that we kind of know instinctively, like we know whenever I'm starting to enjoy the little things again, I'm in a good place. But when you're actually in a recovery process, for example, let's say you're recovering from narcissistic abuse, when you're in that recovery process, you think that healing is finding out every single thing that you can about this type of experience, this type of abuse, what happened to you, and that's an important step. But you'll know you're healing when pleasure returns. And this really is a conscious choice that we have to make to switch out of the fact finding and like dissecting part of the healing process to starting to reconnect with pleasure. It's not something that we automatically necessarily do. I know I certainly didn't. As someone who spent a good portion of the past 3 to 4 years trying to wrap my head around narcissistic abuse, what happened to me. I spent quite a lot of time watching videos, learning the whole kind of lexicon, and it was really helpful, but it gets to a point where you realize I'm just kind of sitting in it. Like I kind of already know, like when you can tell how a video is going to end or how a book is going to end, or you're like, I could probably create this video myself. Like I'm becoming an expert in this. Like that's when you know, okay, it's time for me to transition into the next part of the healing journey, which is reconnecting to pleasure, allowing pleasure to return. And that happens when we're feeling somatically safe, when we have a felt sense of somatic safety. And so, like I said, it's not something that's going to happen automatically, and it's almost something you have to kind of push yourself to do, because your body is actually giving you a little dopamine spike for every time you ruminate on what happened or you watch another video. It's like, yep, we're trying to get ourselves knowledgeable so this never happens again. And so your brain is kind of incentivizing you to keep going on that loop. But if you can get yourself into my 7-week program, Soften and Replenish, I'm going to help you make the switch out of ruminating and just kind of intaking all the knowledge into actually returning into your body so that pleasure can return and real healing can begin. You can actually start to recover on a level of the body and not just understand on the level of the mind. I hope that helps. If you are interested in starting that journey, Soften and Replenish, our next cohort, the April cohort, I don't even know what to call it. Like the next class, live section of live classes is starting in April. And if you go to the link in my profile, you'll be able to claim a spot before doors close. They are closing pretty quickly. So if you want to join us and make that switch into coming back into the body and using pleasure to help you heal, because it can. You're actually already using pleasure. Like your brain is sneakily using dopamine to help you to get, all the facts and understand everything. But again, you're healing when pleasure is returning. So join that 7-week program if you want to reset your nervous system and retrain your body to finally soften and replenish. The worst is over. You've made it through. Now let's take care of your nervous system. Join Soften and Replenish if you're ready to reset your nervous system, come back to not even really the old you, because you are wiser now. There's so much that it's like it's waiting for you to like embody and step into, and the like floodgates of joy that, it feels like for years I didn't even know my system was like constricting, but it's like all of that like unlived joy and energy, it does come back to you and it rushes back, and it's quite amazing. It's almost it not that it makes like the experience easier, but it's like a little icing. It's like, you know what, and now I'm going to like rocket out of here. Like the glow up is going to be next level, because it's almost like you've been this compacting and churning thing, and now you get to be the explosive real you. All that energy, life, it comes back to you, and it comes back to you 1,000-fold. So if you're ready to exit the stress response, now move into the next phase of the healing journey, which is no longer just understanding what happened to you, but how can I now take care of my nervous system? Really like, oh, what's the word? It's like it's been fermenting inside of you. Like now it's like time to create that mulch and let yourself bloom. The worst is over. You've made it through. So now let's reset your nervous system.